What is up? What is up, y'all? I don't know what I'm doing here, but I am live on an extra night during the week. So, yeah, I guess I literally have no life. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Monday Night Livestream. Hopefully you guys are all having a good week so far. I'm used to being later in the week and asking you how your weeks went so far, but hopefully everyone had, yeah, that was scary, wasn't it? Hopefully you all had a great Monday. I had a pretty good day. Yeah, nothing much really happened other than work. Work. That's about it. So, what is everybody up to tonight? Candy Overall says she's got to feed her family. That's not an excuse. That's alright, Candy. No big deal. Let's see who all is in the chat. Daryl Deemer is here. What is up, Daryl? Jad Orsi's here. Keith Boardley is here. Jason from Fish Tropic. What is up, guys? The early birds. Charlie is here. What is up, Charlie? Let's see. Boom. Insightful is here. What is up, Insightful? Tampa Tom is here. I think he's having some guppies half fry right now, even as we speak. I had a big old fat Endler have about 50 babies today, and I'm not even kidding. I mean, it was just like, wow. I've never had that many at one time. Dank Tanks is in the house. What is up, Dank? Yo. Lumpy Dog is in the house. What is up, Lump? Jeff from Valley Fish is in the house. We got a bunch of Jeffs in here tonight. We got a Jeff party. Red Dirt Cichlids is in the house. I love how your font on your name. That's really awesome. All right, we're at the bottom of the chat. Looks like a bunch of people coming in. So Jamie McDonald is here. Corey's Aquatics got PP card finally. Gonna get some. Okay, sounds good. Mob Guppy is in the house. Let's see, who else? Did I miss anybody else? All right. Sergeant Tank is in the house. What's up, Jeremy? Nice to see ya. Pootie Bud is in the house. I mean, Mike is in the house. What's up, Mike? Gotcha. All right. Too Real for YouTube is up. In the house. What is up? I was reading your comment as I was talking. All right. Where is Dozer? He's in his kennel out in the living room. Let me send my son a text and have him go grab him. I haven't had Dozer on the live stream in a while. Let's see here. Alrighty. Baboozled, hoodwinked, tricksters, refund. What? Messenger 22 is in the house. What is up? Only 4 likes. Fix this now. Let him sleep. Yeah, he is sleeping. He's always sleeping though. So, Valley Fish says, "How is the rack going?" Pretty good. I think Saturday night I already had the water in it. But yeah, I've had the water in like well over a week now, and I've actually got fish in the top one. Waiting on everything for the shell dweller tank. Well, I've got the shells, but I'm waiting on my sand. I've got everything for the crystal shrimp tank. But I am going to put some sand in the bottom as some filler because I'm going to like scape that tank. And then down in the bottom 3, you know, the 10 gallons, I just put some guppy grass in there. But it's going really good. Everything's rolling really nice in it. Yeah, the top tank is really, really a good, like, quality tank. Like, the glass is super crystal clean. Dozer! Come here, buddy. Come here and see me. Come on. Come on. Come on in here, buddy. There he is. There's Dozer. Let's see here. There's Dozer. What are you doing, bud boy? Yeah, he's obviously laying to where we can't see him very good. There we go. But yeah, the top tank, I want to say it was a Zoom Ed, but maybe I'm wrong. But the silicone is black silicone. The glass is really thick. It's really clear. I mean, it is like crystal clean. It's like cleaner than most, you know. I get those, what's the main brand that I get at Petco on my other tanks? Aqueon. So it's like clearer glass than the Aqueon tanks that I'm used to getting. That's how I feel anyhow. Right in Dozer's spot. Yeah, Dozer's usually laid up back there. So I'll have to figure out something. I saw on Joel's live stream today that he's got a doggy cam. I don't have enough openings to be able to put another camera up for Dozer, but we'll have to figure out something. Maybe I'll make him like a bed, an elevated bed back here or something. I don't know. Yeah, it definitely is messing up Dozer's spot. Look at that sausage. Mike, only you, buddy. Only you. He is laying down for a nap already. Yeah, definitely. He woke up just to go back to sleep. Well, actually, I've got quite a bit of room. It looks worse than what it is. The only time it gets tricky is like today. I put a breeder box up on the opposite side of that tank because I want to utilize all of these air nozzles, you know, on the manifold. And if I wasn't paying attention, I could bump into it if I wasn't paying attention, the breeder box. But other than that, I mean, right through here, if I've got some things hanging on the tank, like some of those, oh, you know, specimen containers or whatever, if I've got those hanging on the tank, if I forget those, then I have to kind of walk sideways and move my shoulder. But other than that, I can walk through it sideways. And then at nighttime, when I bring my fan in here, it goes just on the opposite side. So it's not epic, but it's not that big of a deal. I have to move the fan out every day to where it's not in my way when I walk around and stuff. But other than that, the rack is going really good. Let's see here. Do you squeeze by to get to your bed now? No, not to the bed. I have to walk past the door to get the door shut, though. That kind of is a pain in the butt. How old is Dozer? Dozer just turned 5 this last August. I got him when he was a little bitty, barely baby puppy, just barely old enough to come home. Insightful Fish Keeping says most glass tanks have a greenish hue, but the new high-end tanks have a clear glass with no tint or hue. Yeah, it's perfect crystal clear. So like there are some fish that I have up in there right now that I've never seen before. It's kind of a secret. I'll probably do a video on it. But the fish look amazing in there. Let's see here. Let me answer this comment back really quick. My LFS told someone about me. Come on. I had you on, and they just now commented, so I'm going to tell them to come to my live stream. I'm live right now if you want to stop by. Cool. Alrighty. Okay, so where are we? Hey, Jeffro. Hey, everybody. What's up, Oddball Aquatics? Nice to see ya. Your rack is good. Thanks a lot, Friday Fish Facts. And I want to say it's been set up now. This is like the second week, I'm pretty sure. Boom, 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 boom. Lag? Every time you're here, there's lag. I'm not seeing any lag. Well, my stream health says perfect. My CPU is up at 60. I'm watching it live too, and I'm not seeing any lag. I don't know. We'll just have to deal with it. We won't judge you till you have to climb out through the ceiling. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I bet you I am lagging now because I see a red low stream health. And my number went, no, it's 55. Someone else says it's lagging. Fine, I'll leave then. You get so angry every time. There's no need to get angry. I'm just telling you what I was seeing, and now I'm seeing the same thing. So it's probably that 15-second delay thing. Let's see. I'm watching you live too. Yeah, you get angry, dude. You don't like it. You don't like it at all. Oh well, just have to deal with it. Blah blah blah. You're trolling hard tonight, man. Oh. It's lagged for a couple of minutes. Ay, ay, ay. Well, I've noticed a lot of people like Bob's tonight was perfect through the whole thing, but Joel's tonight, his skipped over and over again. And then the other night his skipped over and over again, but there was somebody else. And you know, even whenever I would refresh or whatever, it was still skipping. Valley Fish says it's good on his end. All is well now. Thanks for fixing it, Santa. Yeah, I did. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. I haven't fed any of my fish today. No, I take that back. I fed all my plecos today. I fed green beans to all the plecos today, so now all I got to do is go feed fish. I was like, wow, they ate all their green beans in this tank. It's like crazy. So yeah, I need to feed all the fish after I get done. I think I did feed fry though. So I fed 3 tanks of fry today. And I don't know why I didn't finish feeding everything else. Yep, I might be able to send you that tomorrow, Mike. If you can see me and hear me. I was thinking about that earlier. Tomorrow I've got an office day, so I should be able to get to the post office for you tomorrow. I was looking at a bunch of it today, and I've got some that has green hair algae in it, and I don't want to do that. But I've got a tank that has some really, really nice stuff in it, so... Yeah, I am a slacker. Today I didn't really feel good. I think it's all that chili I ate this weekend. I ate a bunch of chili this weekend, and not to get too personal or anything, but I think that's why I didn't feel very good. Plus, I think I may have been a little bit dehydrated. Swag Skywalker, aka Nerd Boy Aquatics. I see the low boy is cycling. Definitely, definitely. I have already added fish to it. I added a couple of cycled sponge filters to it. I added this Aqua Clear 70, and it's got a bunch of cycled media in it. Then I've got 2 large cycled pieces of driftwood in it. Tested all my water. I'll just watch them. So I've got a couple different types of fish in there, and I did notice earlier a couple of hitchhiker cherry shrimp. You got a big boogie hanging out of your nose. Yeah, whatever. Pause it. Take a screenshot, Mikey. Poops. What's up, Jimmy? Yeah, I can tell you're bored, Mike. Gosh, troll with the wrench. Yeah, no kidding, right? So, we have 36 watching. Yeah, this is a new night, new live stream. I know that just about every Monday evening after Bob's done, it's always like, man, I wish someone else was going live. You know, that's personally me as a subscriber of Bob's, you know, and whenever he goes live, I think he's actually going live at 5, so he gets done at 6, you know. But whenever he gets done going live for me, it's like 8. So, yeah, I just ran a poll a couple of weeks ago on one of my live streams, and everybody chose that to do 3 live streams a week. I'm going to do it for sure, try to do it through the holiday season to the end of the year. The last one of the year, it's a Monday. It's New Year's Eve is actually on a Monday, so I'm planning to do a New Year's Eve live stream after, you know, started at my normal time, but go on through the midnight is what my plan is right now. Tampa Tom says Pleco versus Broccoli. I shot that video. I have the intro and outro done for it. I have not found the music or done any editing on it yet, but the video is shot. So I'll get it done. Tomorrow night's Tuesday night, so I'll probably get it done tomorrow night and get it uploaded, and it'll be 2 weeks from tomorrow before it can go, because I've got, well, yeah, it would be 2 weeks because I've got 2 weeks of video up on YouTube right now. I've got like 7 videos to edit, but I've got 2 weeks up on YouTube already. Aqua Sooner says, have you ever tried Easter grass in your guppy inler tanks? No, I have not. I seen a guy on Craigslist that has it for sale, but I've never purchased it. I think he grows it immersed, and he wants $7 a block for it, so I've just never pulled the trigger on it. Yeah, Mike says I already had that screenshot. Yes, you do. Yeah, Dank says boogers. LOL, that's funny. Yeah, Dank gets that one even deeper than that, Mike. Dank has a picture he can text you that has a booger in it. Mile High Pleco says 2 goldfish were sitting in a tank. One looks at the other and says, how the heck do I drive this thing? Whatever. That's a dad joke. Easter grass is fake, dummy. Oh, man. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, only 2 likes. Everyone is fired. That's actually surprising. I never can see the likes whenever I'm going live. So, can't be that hard, kids. Do it. I'll tell you one thing that I'm going to have to do in here. Now that I don't really have much floor space anymore, I'm going to have to either get a ceiling fan or a wall-mounted fan or something. So, yeah. I got to get the air moving in here. Boom, 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 boom. All right. We're at the bottom of the chat. 27 watching. Tomorrow's video. What is tomorrow's video? Does anyone remember what tomorrow's video is? Does anyone remember? And a dehumidifier. Yeah, I need to get a dehumidifier. It is kind of humid in here tonight, but it did get up to 80 today, I think. What is up, Fish Tropic? Dehumidifier gets hot. Yeah, I don't have like my house in the wintertime, pre a bunch of stinking fish tanks in my house. I'm up to like 36 now, by the way. But prior to having all the fish tanks in the house, in the wintertime, you could not walk across the floor with a pair of shoes or socks on and touch anything without blowing your arm half off with the static electricity. Where was I going with that? So and usually in the wintertime I would have to run like pots of water on the stove every once in a while to get the air humidified, because it was just so dry in my house. But last winter I didn't have that problem. No static electricity at all. So I think the tanks are like a balance for me. So we're good. But your skin is glowing. I'm not sweaty. I think it's the lights and my white balance is off. So I'm not really glowing. I'm dry. But it's this light right here, I'm pretty sure. My white balance is off. Picture sent. Which pleco should a newbie to plecos attempt to breed? Well, Keith, and a lot of people would probably agree with me, I would say like your bristlenose plecos are kind of like your, easiest ones to breed. That's what I found anyhow. Of course, I haven't tried to breed any other ones yet, but from the sounds of it, it sounds like a lot of those other Hypancistris and stuff are a little bit harder to get going. Dry air, yes. Okay, Oddball Aquatic says he zoned out there for a minute, really contemplating that Easter grass. Jeffro, it's fake plastic they put in Easter baskets. Yeah, I didn't get it until after Mike said it again, but your Aqua Sooner dude came in again with it, and he's not putting any LOLs behind it, so I don't know if he's trolling me or what. Priscilla MK Art is in the house. What is up, Priscilla? You should get more tanks just in case static electricity comes back. Be safe, brother. I would agree with that. Anything to get me by. The only thing that's stopping me from it right now is the next place. I could get rid of a couch in the living room, and I would have a full, like, 12-foot long wall. I could get rid of the dining room table and have, like, a 6-foot wall. Or I can get rid of a bunch of scrap metal, old wheelchair parts that are in my basement that I'll never use because I haven't used them in over a year. So I could get rid of a bunch of scrap old wheelchair parts and move my deep freeze over to that side of the basement, and I could probably fit just about every single fish tank I have upstairs down into the basement. Tampa Tom with the $1.99 super chat. Do cherry shrimp breed faster than other colors? I wouldn't necessarily say so. My blue dreams took longer to get going and breed. And they're, a neocaridina just like cherry shrimp are. But I think the biggest reason why it took them a while to go is because they were imported. They were not raised here in the U.S. They were imported from China, and no telling what all they went through over there to get over to the U.S. And then once they were in the U.S., they were at Ohio at Flip Aquatics for 30 days, and then they got shipped to me. And, think about all the different water parameters that they've been in along the way, and temperatures and all that kind of stuff. So that, to me, tells me that's why, because now that they're breeding, I'm getting... they're going really, really good. So out of the 4 different strains, I guess you would say, of neocaridina, I would say they all breed the same except for those imported ones. But it's just because all the stress, I believe, along the way. And thanks for the $1.99 super chat. And I want to mention also, I always forget at the end of the live streams to thank you guys, but that doesn't mean that I'm not thankful. So I really appreciate your super chat. Thanks a lot, Tampa Tom. Daryl Deemer with the $10 super chat. Thanks a lot, Daryl. I really appreciate that. Chad Crotz said, "Is there only one color of cherry shrimp?" Nope. There's a bunch. Cherry shrimp is kind of a slang term for Neos as well. So the Neo Caridina shrimp, you know, you'll have people say black cherry shrimp or blue cherry shrimp or yellow cherry shrimp. Cherry shrimp is a slang term for Neo Caridina shrimp in whole. But if somebody says I have some cherry shrimp, you automatically think they probably got some red ones, because, you know, that's mostly what they're talking about. But they could say I've got some yellow cherry shrimp. But there's numerous colors. There's oranges, there's yellows, there's blacks, you know, there's blues and reds, you know, there's a ton of different ones. Oh, okay. Aqua Sooner says, I heard LRB say Easter grass could be used. I'm not messing with you, bro. The Easter grass that what he uses it for is, I believe it floats too in the tank, but he has used it for rearing fry, so like for protection for fry, so for cover, but I've never used it before. Now I know what you're talking about, man. Everybody was teasing me like you were trolling me that it was growing it. But the Easter grass that he uses is that plastic stuff that comes in Easter baskets, and I'm pretty sure that he uses it for like cover for fry. Red Dirt Cichlid says, my wife would kill me. Yeah, this is my bedroom. Your wife would kill you if you did this in your bedroom. Oh, could you imagine? Like, I haven't dated in like 3 years, and the first time I bring a girl home, she's gonna be like, oh my god, what have I gotten myself into? Yeah, it's pretty much out of the question, you know. Viola Hopsalot says, how about a coffee table aquarium? That would be awesome. That really would. I've got the perfect one for it too. You could do some top viewing fish. Yeah, Oddball Aquatics is right. You could use it, but live plants are going to help you because they will soak up nitrates and stuff like that. Dank Tank says, fly me out, Jeffro. I'll stay for a week and help redo the basement. That would be awesome. Okay, Lumpy Dog, thanks. I walk away with another nugget of knowledge. Yeah, cherry shrimp are awesome. I've got a tank over here that I've got all kinds of wild colored ones too. Like I've got some tiger striped ones that predominantly their body is like a clear or a gray because it's got a little bit of color to the top, and then they've got like tiger stripes going down them, and then like up here on this plate up here is like a real light green. They're really amazing looking shrimp. I seen a comment from Dank, something about how I spend my super chats, and then the chat went crazy. Dank Tank says, Jeffro spends your super chats on good aquarium stuff, not his rent. Gotcha, Aquasooner. I gotcha. Priscilla MK Art says, how long did it take to trim that beard? Oh my gosh. I spent probably 30 minutes on it when it was still in this stage. And since you wasn't here Saturday and it's brought up a lot of attention, what happened was my beard had got to the point where it was starting to flare right here, and I wanted to block it back up. I like it to be blocky here, you know, instead of kind of flaring. And I trimmed this side really, really good and had it perfect. Came over to this side and had it really, really good. But right in here somewhere, it was kind of fluffed out a little bit. And I took the scissors, like, I can't even do it. I took the scissors like this to cut down that fluff. And when I did, I cut into the edge of it, and it made it go, gosh, I can't point. Basically, I messed it up, and then I kind of fixed it, but then I went a little too far with fixing it, and then so I just had to take it down. And it really sucks too, because that was one of the best that I had it. I had it really good, and I was going to keep it like that throughout the winter. But I've still got enough time to get back there before it gets cold. In like a month, I'll be bushed back out again, no problem. Dank brings up a good point. Plastic yarn too, but it has to be that polyester. It has to be 100% polyester yarn. I learned that in an aquarium co-op video a long time ago. Okay, Oddball Aquatic says, I really want some of the wild color Neo. Still can't get anyone to come off them. I don't have a whole lot of really cool colors. I mean, I've got two really nice chocolate ones in the house. One in this tank over here, and then one in my black Neo tank out there. And I've left that chocolate one out there. The chocolate ones don't really turn chocolate until they get really, really old. And both of mine are females. And like the one that's in this tank, I've only seen her 2 times in the year that I've had this tank set up. One time I saw her probably about 3 or 4 months ago, and I did an Instagram video on it. And then just last week I saw her. I fed the tank and she came out. I think it was green beans, or maybe it was whenever I did a cucumber or something like that, but she came out and ate, and she is just gorgeous. The chocolate one is gorgeous. And then I got a bunch of the tiger ones, and then I got some that are black and look like white. It's really clear, but it looks white, so it's like black, clear, black. And then I've got some that are red, clear, red, but it looks like red and white ones and black and white ones. And then I've got some blue ones in there. I took a solid black one out of there the other day and put up in that tank with those black ones. I've got some of my black ones pulled out up there in that 30 gallon. And then I've got a bunch of those black ones that have the golden backs. I've got a bunch of those. Acrylic. I don't know why I said polyester, but acrylic. Acrylic yarn. Let's see here. Alhana Tazuki says a lot of those coffee table tanks seem like they have really sharp corners and would be good for a little while, but then would get too much algae and be hard to clean. Yep, I totally agree with that. I don't know why I was having so much trouble reading that. Dank says that was funny because it doesn't matter what anyone spends their super chats on. Okay. Let's see here. Boo boo boo. Dank says I did the same thing. I like my beard, and then the chat went away. I did the same thing. I like my beard. It was a wild man beard. Is your bed still there? I'm confused. Yes, my bed's still there. You'll see the video soon enough, but my bed is on the other side. If you would come to some live streams, Priscilla, every once in a while, you wouldn't be confused. You would have seen it before these tanks were painted and you could see through them. Yeah, I've had this set up for the last like 3 or 4 live streams, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, my bed's there. Plenty of room. Tampa Tom says, how long can you hang out tonight, Jeffro? I'm probably only going to go the hour. Probably at the top of the hour I'll have to get off here. Viola Hopsalot says, like Grizzly Adams, Guy Dank Tanks. Yeah. Mob Guppy says, oh, at Jeffroz FishKeeping. Oddball Aquatic says, my husband had to shave his whole beard because my daughter slammed the toilet seat down while he was trimming and lining it up, and he shaved a huge chunk off the sides. It was hilarious. Oh my gosh. Alhana Tazuki says those are called Really Shrimp, Red Really, and Black Really. Gotcha. Yep, and they came just by they all started with a black shrimp that I got in with some red fire fire red cherry shrimp one time. I got one female in the order of shrimp that was black, and I pulled her out and I put her with some red cherry shrimp, and that's where all my wild shrimp came from. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Red Dirt Cichlid says, how long do you need to leave lights on a planted tank? I love 100% clean aquariums. I hate algae. Is the only reason I have tried planted tank yet. I hear 7 hours. 7 hours of light. That's what I'm hearing from a lot of the bigger plant guys. I am not real consistent. I've talked about this before on my live streams. I don't have timers on any of my lights. Sometimes I have a brain fart, and when I get up in the morning at 6, I start turning on all my lights, and then don't get them shut off until 10, 11 o'clock at night. So sometimes my lights are on forever and ever. Knock on wood, I don't have a whole lot of green hair algae problems. I mean, in some tanks I do, but not very many. It's not like it's a huge problem. Not algae on the glass or anything. But I heard, and I try to stick to 7 hours is what I try to stick to. So on my days when I'm officing at home, I don't turn my tanks on until mid-afternoon. Whenever I'm gone away from home, I try to not turn my tank lights on until I get home from work that night at 3, 4, 5, whenever I get back. I office from home, so like if I go out and do some deliveries and stuff, I work my way back to my house. So sometimes I get back to the office at 3 and do a little bit of office work for the rest of the day, and I try to get the tanks turned on sometime around there. I go to bed usually between 11 and midnight every night. So if I turn my tanks on at 5 and I go to bed at midnight, that's 7 hours. I try to stick to 7 hours. Okay. Let's see here. Candy overhauls that attitude he's got going. Sassy. I got you good on your live stream yesterday, didn't I, Priscilla? What in the absolute what? Depends on the light you're using. Try starting with like 4 hours of light. See how your plants do. Then increase the length of time for the light. Do you jump through the hole when you go to bed? What? I think that's what Dank is asking. I think that's what Dank is talking about. Anytime I see a comment from Dank like that, yeah. Fish Out of Water Aquariums is in the house. What is up, man? Nice to see ya. Candy says, be right back. Chad says, I'm still new, getting my sleeves wet. And this new to me community talking excitedly about freshwater shrimp has me interested. I'm going to give it a go. I think that's what tomorrow's video might be about. Now that you say that, I think my tomorrow's video is all my cherry. It's not a really good video. I mean, some of my shrimp tanks are not in the best of shape right now. Like, they don't look very good. But, excuse me, let's see here. I'm pretty sure my video tomorrow is about shrimp. I haven't done a shrimp video in months. And I had some people saying I need to make a video on my shrimp. Come on, computer. Saturday night, whenever I did this, is when everything started going haywire. Okay, so today is the 1st. Tomorrow's the 2nd. Yeah, tomorrow's video is all of my shrimp in the fish room. It's a 12 minute 28 second long video, and that's what tomorrow's about. Dank had a comment here. Jeffro, you sick? What? Every time I try to read Dank's comments, it goes crazy. Jeffro, are you sick of talking about your lights? Then get timers. I'm not sick of talking about my lights. I just gave them a pre-warning that I'm an idiot, that I don't have timers, is all I was meaning by it. I think I've talked about this before on my live stream. I'm not complaining, Dank. I got this tank and all 6 of these tanks on one switch. So I can turn them on and they're all together. This tank right here used to be by itself, and I'd have to bend over at the very end of the night at midnight and reach all the way down back in here and push a button that's kind of hard to push. But now I've got all 6 of these tanks and this tank right here all on one switch. So the lights all come on and off by themselves. Tampa Tom says my flu ball runs for 11 hours. Yeah, I can't remember who it was that said 7 hours, but it was just recently. And that's what I tried to stick to. What you got to try, I think if you really technically get down to it, I think you would be okay if you figure out how much daylight is in a day, typically, and I think you would be fine. So if you're not going for like 20 hours, you know, and you're only going for what, daylight to daylight, you know, so if it gets sun up at 7, you know, and it gets dark at 6, so what's that? That's like 13 hours. So yeah, I think you'd be okay. The downside is if you like the specific colors, you need a separate tank for each color. Yeah, and that's not what I was going for on those. And they would never probably breed true. It would be really, really hard to get them to breed true. Plus, I would have to find a male and a female to get those to start breeding true. The only color out of these wild ones that I've got them pretty close to breeding true, but I've been breeding them for like a year, is the black ones. I've got it to where they're pretty much popping out pretty black every time. Oh, Priscilla says, I'll send you a timer for your birthday because I love you. Thanks, Priscilla. Viola Hopsalot says, has anyone's heater go out when electricity goes out and lose shrimp? I hardly ever, knock on wood, I've lived in this house 17 years, and I hardly ever have went without power. I could probably count on one hand the times that I've lost power, and it's never been for over an hour at a time. Again, I knock on wood when I say that because I feel almost like I'm blessed. I don't know why, but people across the street from me, there's been times where we've had ice storms and they've been without power for 24 hours, and we had power over here. There was one time when a main power line, there was a big ice storm and a main power line that shot like 3 or 4 towns power. Almost 75% of our whole town, maybe even 90% of our whole town was without power for like 4 or 5 days, and we had power the whole entire time. Knock on wood, I hardly ever go without power, so I've never had that issue. Jonathan Dale is in the house. What's up, Johnny? Nice to see you, buddy. Yeah, Dank brings up a really good point. Dank remembers. So, drunk dude crashing into a pole didn't even do it. So, I think our power line goes towards a town that's south of us, and the across the street people's power goes north. That's what I'm thinking, and I think that it would have to happen. You know, I don't know. I think either side pops and we're good. Like if it pops one at a time. So if north of us pops, we've still got power. But if south of us pops, I think we still got power. But there was this drunk guy at like 2 in the morning on a weekend one night. I heard the loudest crash outside that I thought was thunder. And I was like, it ain't supposed to rain tonight. And I went outside and the sky was clear. You could see every star in the sky. And I hear the loudest gurgling roar of a junky old broke truck start driving up through these people's yard over a great big hedge bush, and crack, pop, crack. And when he gets out in the street, he's dragging a tire. And he had ran a stoplight down there, or a stop sign down the street, like 4 blocks down, and broke a power line in half. And those people, all on the opposite side of the street, were without power until the next morning at like 8 a.m. It was a Sunday night. It was a Sunday night. Mile High Pleco says, I've lived in this house for 3 months and I've lost power at least 10 times. Do you live on a cul-de-sac, Mike? Because cul-de-sacs are really known for bad power disturbances. Enough, I mean, like, I've worked in this field of wheelchairs and home medical equipment for so long that I've seen enough problems with electrical problems just because of my job for so many years that I would probably never buy a house on a cul-de-sac. Actually, living here for 17 years, and I'm not kidding, it's probably 3-4 times that I've lost power in 17 years at this house, and never over an hour. And that's no joke at all. That makes me want to always live here forever. That's a really big thing, you know. Now this winter I'll probably get wrecked. I'm not prepared for it, you know. Like, I don't know what I would do. Like, I need to get a generator. I'd probably have to go and buy a generator immediately, you know. What is up, Science Gal Aquatics? What are you doing, Dozer? Huh? What are you doing? He actually hasn't been this far into my room since I did all this. He's probably like, whoa, that was a heck of a nap. Priscilla says, haha, his neighborhood is probably too big for what they run it into it. Oh, okay, gotcha. Standard neighborhood, no cul-de-sac. Alrighty. Viola says, I live in the country, so we lose power often. Yeah. Alhana Tazuki brings up a good point. You can, I know that there was one time I went a whole 3 weeks or so without cable, and I was able to get a refund. Oh, I bet. Mike says that he went and got a bunch of battery air pumps. Definitely. I will probably, you know, be screwed, kinda. Have you now challenged the power gods and they will take out your power? Yeah, no kidding, right? Oh, that's why I always knock on wood every time I bring it up. I hate bragging about it, but it is nice. I mean, there's something with it, you know. I mean, I've noticed before that, you know, actually, I've noticed my neighbor to the north of me without power, and all the neighbors across the street without power, but everybody south of me and me had power. It's almost like maybe under my house is the power plant or something. I don't know. Oddball Aquatic says, all right, gotta run. Battery dying. Later, Fish Fam. Have a good stream, Jeffroz. Thanks a lot, Oddball Aquatics, and thanks for coming to my first Monday Night Live. That neighborhood got expanded quite a bit since 2012. Cool. Turbo Fish is in the house. What is up, dude? Nice to see ya. Let's see here. Yeah, we got about 9 minutes to go. But I'll have to go a little bit longer than 9 minutes to make the hour, because I had to go to the bathroom after Bob's stream was over. I couldn't make it. I went during Joel's stream, but forgot to go before Bob's. I came in here during Bob's and turned on all my lights and got all my camera view stuff set up and all that kind of stuff. Alright, let's see here. The floor is buzzing. Yeah, you're the link. Bluefish Aquatic says set up for generator here. That would really be smart, actually. It really would. D from Down the Wormhole is here. What is up, D? Brandon from Mr. B's Fishing Things. Late here. Gotta go night, everyone. Nice to see you, Brandon. Dank says you got one of those humming green boxes in your living room. LOL. Yeah, I go down to my basement, I start digging, and I find a power plant down there. Let's see here. So, yeah, we already talked about tomorrow's video. And we'll be live Wednesday night again. So what did you guys think of this first Monday night live stream? Good night to do it? I didn't even think about the poll. I didn't even change my poll tonight. I'll have to work on that before Wednesday night. Dee says she's doing water changes. Nice. Tell us more about your bathroom. Yeah, I had to take a bathroom break prior to coming on the stream, so I was a little bit late getting on, like only a minute or two, something like that. I don't have any aquariums in my bathroom. I have heaters and air pumps plugged into a outlet in my bathroom and ran out the window. So my summer tubs are right outside my bathroom on my back porch, and I've got a drop cord running through the window and into the outlet in my bathroom. Rednecked. Do you need a room tour at Turbofish? It's better Saturdays are hard to make it. I'm getting snails out of my tank. They're overrunning it. Yeah, gosh. I was seriously thinking about getting some dog dewormer and getting rid of some snails, but the problem with that is I can't do it in the tanks that I've got shrimp in, and I've got so many shrimp in so many tanks. But I would love, absolutely love, to get rid of these bladder snails in here. I've got some assassin snails going in a 40-gallon, but like I started out with like 5 or 6 of them, and I hardly ever see them. I don't know if they're multiplying or not, but if I can ever get those bad boys propagating and get those multiplying, I'll pop some of those bad boys in here and get rid of these bladder snails. Yeah, Dank brings up a good point. The seat is always up because he runs that place. Yeah, 3 guys in the same house, the seat stays up. It'd be a bonus fish room tour. Yeah, tonight's camera is plugged into the computer, so I can't really. Although I did make it today to where I can pull it off of here and move it. I think my cable's like 3 foot. So I might in the future set it up over here and do some stuff. I don't know. I was thinking about that today. Alhana Tezuki says you can do it in shrimp tanks. You just have to do the lower dosing for the dog dewormer. People do it all the time to kill planaria and hydra in the shrimp only tanks. Okay. Thank you very much. I was thinking that somebody had said that you couldn't, but I do remember that now that you say that. It is like a half dose or a partial dose. So cool. Oh, Bluefish Aquatic says, electrician, get those cords out of that window, you cook. Oh man. Yep. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Keith Boardley, yeah. I have a big issue with Malaysian trumpet sails, so I'm thinking about a pea puffer to help. I've got one tank that is just completely overrun with Malaysian trumpet snails. I think my super reds just bred while I was on here. Nope. I thought I seen the male have a female trapped in there. Okay, let's see here. Pea puffer won't do much for you. An Amazon or a Fahaka would do it. Cool. Yeah, the pea puffers stay pretty small. Please hook up the dosing though. I don't know the measurements. Yeah, definitely. I will. Definitely, for sure. I totally get you. Let's see here. Do 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 do. Chef Jeff. Tropico Turbo. All right. So we are at the bottom of the chat. Trying to think of anything new that I've got coming up. You know, we'll do this Monday night live stream. Like I said, whenever I announced this the other night, I'm not promising it forever. You never know. I might drop it off. It actually depends on how many viewers I have at it. Tonight we kept over 30 through the whole thing, so that's pretty good. That's not bad. I think on my Wednesday nights, it's been anywhere from 30 to 50, and Saturday nights are usually anywhere from 40 to 50. So, boom, boom. What's Jeff and Gavin about tonight? Not too much, bud. Not too much. Just hanging out. Probably gonna go another 5 minutes or so here, and yeah, don't really have too much else coming up that's too crazy. Yeah, I just got hot today, been used to the chilly weather, really actually turned over and just ready for fall, you know. I did do some shopping this week on maybe some higher powered heaters. Dank had sent me a text the other day. He works at a tractor supply company. So I'm looking at a couple of different options to really crank up the heaters out on the summer tubs to try to do those for longer. Joel from Corpus Austin is here. What is up, buddy? We're right at the end. Made it to the end. Look, it's that handsome guy with the stream. Yeah, that one guy. It's that one guy. Yeah, I've ran out of things to talk about, guys. Bluefish Aquatic says, is cranking Motorhead on the stereo bad for my fish? Nope. No. I tease Bob all the time. Like, gosh, what's that one girl that I tease him about? She always writes all of her songs, and oh my gosh, what is her name? She's like a pop star. I stay up too late, got nothing on my brain. That's what people say. What is that girl's name, guys? Help me out. But anyhow, I tease that I play her all the time in the background while I'm doing water changes. Alhana Tazuki says, do you live near the mountains? No, I live in Iowa. We're a really flat state. Whenever you get down into southern Iowa, it gets kind of hilly, but the elevation is nothing. So maybe you were talking to Candy. No, it's not Hillary Duff. Gosh, what is her name? She's young, blonde. She always talks about breaking up, like she writes her songs about breaking up with girls. Yeah, or guys. Yeah, Taylor Swift. It's Taylor Swift. Yeah. I don't really listen to her all the time, but I will say that all of her songs are like catchy. Like when you hear them, you can't help but like. I think it's because they probably play them a lot too, though. So. Does not listen to pop music. Yeah, I hardly ever do either. I hardly listen to any music at all, actually. The only time I listen to music is whenever I am trying to find music for my videos. I work really hard at that, actually. No, it's not Avril Lavigne. It's Taylor Swift. Candy got it, and Fish Out of Water got it. He is getting Swifty. Her stuff is hard to not listen to, though. I mean, you know. He knew who it was. Whatever, Dank, you jerk. Alright, guys. We are at the... just about knocked over my camera here. That was a close one, actually. Yeah, that was another thing I'll talk about real quick before I go. I used to set up my camera back there by my bed pointing this way, and I can't do that now that that is there. So I have to do a whole different set up to do my intros and outros, and it was a little weird shooting it today. It was almost like nerve-wracking actually to get it set up right. So hopefully that turns out good. I almost thought about doing it like this right here. So I did a little bit of a test earlier and it wasn't too bad. But this camera isn't as good a quality as my DSLR, so I don't know. But anyhow, we're at the end. Gonna go ahead and call it quits for tonight. Don't forget to check out tomorrow's video. If you guys like Neocaridina shrimp, I show you all of my shrimp in tomorrow's video, and it will be at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Other than that, we'll see you here this Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks to everybody that came out tonight, and hopefully you have a good rest of the beginning of the week. It's so weird to end the stream. Peace out, y'all.